Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Lambeth Council in London must employ the most spineless, soy, weak-willed, pathetic jellyfish of employees. They're trying to impose low-traffic neighbourhoods. These are part of that kettling system where people aren't allowed to move out of their designated areas. 15-minute ghettos, that kind of thing. People are against them. It destroys trade. It destroys ease of transport. They're loathed and hated by anyone who's ever been unfortunate enough to have had them imposed upon them. And so they sent these officials down to speak to the people. And boy, do council officials hate speaking to people, because people aren't like them. People have opinions and voices, and they're not afraid to express themselves somewhat loudly, vocally, and with full gusto. And so after this meeting, where the public were outraged, angry, these officials were offered paid leave for what they're calling well-being leave, because the officials were so traumatized by the views held by the people of Lambeth. They were expecting to go down there and be praised for being wonderful. Oh, thank you for bringing your low-traffic neighbourhood to us. Thank you for making us a little enclosed ghetto as part of your decree from the WEF to keep us in our place and where we will get our little pass card so we're allowed to leave when you decide. Thank you for creating our 15-minute city. Thank you. Thank you for destroying our local trade. Yeah, that's not exactly how it went. How it actually went was the people were outraged, of course. They were angry. They were vociferous, and they were telling these officials in no uncertain terms their antipathy towards this heinous idea. And these officials, well, they're not used to that, are they? They're not used to being spoken to in such ways. They're officials. They should be praised. They should be lauded as wonderful people. Oh, look, everybody. Here comes the officials. Let us sit and listen quietly as they speak. Load of bollocks, eh? Well, anyway, this group, this local LTN group, were there in force and loud, and they were taking apart every argument these officials had. They were saying, oh, it'll do this. No, it won't. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it will do this then. No, it won't. Blah, blah. And of course, they've got the receipts. They know what they're talking about. They've done their research. And these officials didn't have a clue how to deal with it. So they've put their tail between their legs, hastened back to Lambeth Council, and then were seen sitting stimming under their desks. Oh my God, the people. And they had to call out psychiatrists. Some were put into care homes. They've been given a long time off. Not quite that bad. But genuinely, they've been given days off to recover from meeting the general public. Wow. Fire them. Literally fire them. If they're so incapable of doing their jobs that they need time off after meeting the general public, then they're not fit for the job they're doing working for the general public. A barrister for Lambeth Council, Heather Sargent, wrote that the meeting in 2023, that was that time ago, brought councillors to tears and forced council staff to take lunch break to get away from the hostility of angry residents. Now, this has only come out because there's a court case going on. There's one of the employees is suing the council because of the stress of the job. The experience of officers attending the event for the council on a Saturday was so negative that the then head of transport and strategy and programmes offered them days off for well-being leave. Opponents to the LTN have criticised the council for a lack of public consultation and have argued that it makes the proposal unlawful, and thus the case continues. But there's thousands of people in this area that oppose this LTN that's being forced on them undemocratically. And yet the council are doing it. And now the council have realised that, do you know what? People don't like us and they can't handle it. But all this is coming out because of this court case. It's marvellous to see. Absolutely marvellous to see. Because it's going to show, it all helps to show who's actually in charge. It's us. We are many. They are few. And if we stick together, We will win. Up the revolution, brothers. Thanks very much. Bye.